It's great seeing that so many games are going free to play now. The market has been better than ever with games like Destiny 2 and Rocket League going free, and games like Warzone and Genshin Impact bringing tons of people together. At least that's what I thought until I played Spellbreak. I didn't really know about this game until I saw Critical play it. I didn't pay attention to the video while I was watching it, but it seemed that he liked the game, so without any thought, I downloaded it for myself. I made an account and played the tutorial. I got pretty interested in the gameplay and decided to play an online match. I went to the menu and took a glance at the corner.
It's another goddamn battle royale again, god damn it.
Yeah, it was another battle royale. Why did this game have to go down that route? The genre was basically dead at this point. There were like 3 games that did it well. I don't even like one of them that much, and the other is despised by neckbeard redditors across the globe. But you know what? I said, hey, maybe it's really good. So I played a match and it went something like this. Yeah, there's not a whole lot here. I think it was during this moment that I thought that this game was pretty good, but it could be a whole lot better with some changes. I'm going to pick apart everything I like and dislike about this game in no particular order. I don't really have a proper transition for this, so let's just I get that some studios don't get a lot of money for their games and that, oh hey, they had $20 million in development money. That's a lot of money, probably more than the number of people watching this video have combined. So why do the graphics look like this? Now listen, I don't mind when games try to stand out and look unique amongst the crowd of photorealism that games seem to strive for nowadays, but at least make sure the game doesn't look like it can run on the PS2. These graphics are just not pleasing to the eye. It has this odd fuzziness to it all. It looks like they tried to do something like Breath of the Wild, but they could only do it with a piece of string and a bowl of uncooked pasta. The ground textures look especially blurry. It just looks like someone slapped around green watercolor and called it a day. The magic effects are also pretty odd, so they're basically like 2D GIFs, but they just look off to me. Not bad or anything, just not preferable. There also isn't a lot of visual variety when it comes to the map either. There are like 2 areas. Sand and grass. I'd like some variety in the terrain, please. I don't like looking at this awful grass texture. Other than that, the game just looks passable. I think that theming is a very underrated aspect of video games. They do a lot to help establish the world that the characters are in. God of War 2018 had a very distinct Norse mythology theme, while Horizon Zero Dawn had a post-apocalyptic tribal theme, and I think that both of those games had excellent worlds thanks to their theming. So what do I think of the theming in Spellbreak? It's pretty generic and kind of corny in my opinion. Just very basic wizard shit. I think it could have been a little bit better if it was taken a little less seriously, but instead they try to act all serious, which does not fit this game's art style in the slightest. It's fairly bland, and I really think they could have done something a lot more considering that this game has pretty decent lore. Now obviously it's not up to Dark Souls or Destiny's level of lore, but it's still pretty good. Other than that, there's not much story or anything for me to latch onto. Alright, this is the big boy and by far this game's strong suit. It's so goddamn good you need to play it. It basically revolves around mixing different spells to create more powerful spells, which is pretty unique and something I haven't seen anywhere else. You need to juggle certain things like your mana, which allows you to fly and use spells, your health and armor, which keeps you alive, and different attributes that allow your character to become more powerful in certain aspects. There are also runes that give you certain abilities like a teleport or literal wall hacks. It's actually really fun to mix and match different elements and see which combo suits your playstyle. It's honestly really open. It's almost like a sandbox where you have to choose elements that work to your playstyle, but you're not always going to get the one that you want, so you have to adapt. It allows you to find new playstyles and strategies that you might have never found before. There are some dumb things though, like the healing system. So when I use a healing potion, why do I have to wait for my health to go back up after? It should just be immediate like that, but no. It makes fights so much dumber because you can't hide from the enemy for a moment to get your health back, and it basically just makes health potions obsolete. And since this game is Battle Royale, some guy can come out of nowhere and hit you with an electric poison cloud and kill you in seconds. That is not a moment that forces you to adapt to the situation because you have no time to react. It's basically just 2 button presses from the other guy and you're dead. But honestly, I don't really care about those things because the combat is just so solid. I remember playing the game before and wishing the whole match could just be combat instead of several slow moments where you collect gear. So when I realized there was a mode that wasn't Battle Royale, I went ecstatic. But goddamn, it's not that good. Don't get me wrong, Dominion is fun as hell, but it doesn't have that same tension that the Battle Royale does. I'll touch on this one briefly because I don't want the video to be too long, but it's basically just like a capture the zone mode where you can pick which items you want, which definitely tones down the tension of normal Battle Royale matches. Every time you die, you don't feel like it was your fault for dying, not because it wasn't your fault, but because you just don't care. The maps in Dominion aren't even maps. All the maps are just sections from the Battle Royale map. They could have done something cool like the shitty version of Hogwarts or literally anything magic themed. Overall, Dominion is a fairly lackluster mode and a bit of a letdown, to be honest. With so many negative qualities with the game, what would I change about it? First, I would add some sort of graphical update or overhaul because I don't think that those are the best visuals out there. Second, I think there should be some sort of single player option. It obviously doesn't have to be the greatest thing out there, but it would be great to have more variety. Considering the theme they went with, it's actually a bit of a surprise that there isn't any campaign. I'd also like to see some new items added in at a consistent rate. It would really spice up the gameplay and keep some people from leaving. It would add some much needed change to the gameplay loop. That's really all this game needs in my opinion. I know I sounded fairly negative about this game, but I actually really enjoyed my time with it. It's because the foundation of this game is so good that I really want to see it take off. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. I'm sorry this video took a while to make. I got a new editing software and I'm currently deciding about what topics will help me get some sort of an audience. I'm hoping to do a video on a Nintendo Direct and State of Play very soon, so stay tuned.